Hello, bonjour, salam alaikum. This is Pastor Kristin Engstrom, an ELCA missionary whom your congregation generously supports. And today I want to bring you a video update. Now, as you may know, I normally serve as an ELCA missionary in Senegal in West Africa, where I coordinate the ELCA Young Adults in Global Mission Program, or YAGM program. But as you may know, this year, because of COVID, we do not have any young adults serving in the program. And also, since March, the ELCA has called me back to the United States out of precautionary measures for COVID. And so this year, my life and my work as a missionary look a little bit different than they normally do. So I want to share some of those differences with you. There are two main things that myself and my colleagues, my fellow country coordinators, have been focusing on in our work as YAGM program country coordinators. The first is looking at how do we as a program respond to racial justice, especially in this time when we in the United States and we in the church are becoming more aware or better aware of racial justice, of how we as people of faith need to be anti-racist in our life and in our faith. And in that vein, as country coordinators, as a program, we ourselves have engaged in discussions and in a book study, an anti-racist book study. And we also hosted an online book study where we weekly posted reflection questions, and then we did a Zoom call book study. We read the book I'm Still Here, Black Dignity in a World Made for Whiteness by Austin Channing Brown. I would highly recommend this book to you if you have not read it. But we did that as a program, I believe, in the month of July, if I can remember correctly. And then since that time, we have been also focusing on the ELCA Anti-Racism Pledge, which includes points of learning and points of action. And we are currently focusing on the second point of action and learning, which is to learn about the ELCA ethnic-specific ministries and programs. And so I have been part of the team who has been reaching out to those ethnic-specific ministries and programs, and also then sharing on our social media about those programs and organizations. If you want to learn about and sign the ELCA Anti-Racism Pledge, you can go to elca.org/racial justice pledge. And if you would like to follow the ELCA YAGM program on any of the social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter, you can follow us at ELCA YAGM, so at, and then ELCA YAGM. It's where you can find us, and you can find those discussion questions from our anti-racist book study, and you can also learn about the ELCA ethnic-specific ministries and organizations there. The second thing that we as a program have been working on is how do we make this program better and more contextual and more relevant to the world that we are now living in, both as a church and as people. And to that end, we are focusing on what we're looking at, a 5-track emphasis in the program. And these 5 tracks will both help incoming young adults to identify their areas of interest and of skills so that we can place them better in site placements in service areas in their countries of service during their YAGM year. They also will help us to focus program-wide on what we hope the YAGM learn and focus on during their year. And so these 5 tracks will also include some vocational emphases and also some faith and justice emphases. So how do we, out of our Christian faith, how do we respond to the realities of this world? And so those will also be in there. And so we will have some program-wide learning emphases while the YAGM are in service. And then the last part of it is we are also looking at how do we as a program better connect the young adults when they're returning to the United States to already existing ELCA ministries, ELCA organizations, and other people active in faith and active in this world to respond to the injustices in this world from a place of faith. And so we've been working on that and reaching out to other colleagues, drawing our resources and having discussions together so that we can make this a stronger program and a program that is more relevant both in our lives and work in the United States, but also with our companions and making some of those bridges and connections between us. So that is what I've been up to. I look forward to the day when I can see you all again. But for now, may you be in peace, as we say in Senegal, jam rek. And may you live in God's grace and in God's peace. May God be with you. Bye.